Today we're going to continue working on this short dresser that goes at the foot of a bed. We're going to focus on making the drawer boxes and especially the drawer pulls that are custom made. This is the third video of a 3-part series. More on the other 2 parts in a little while. All 4 drawers are exactly the same size, so that makes it a lot easier to set up and cut all the pieces at once. I'll be putting them together with simple pocket hole screws. You won't really see these because I'll put them in the front and the back. The front will be covered up by the drawer faces. The back, well, you're not going to see it unless you pull the drawer all the way out. So that's only 3 holes per side, per front and back of 4 drawers. And with this pocket hole jig, it goes pretty quick. Before I assemble the drawers, I'll put on some clear coat because it's much easier at this point. I believe I made the sides of the drawers out of 1/2-inch plywood, and the bottoms that I'm making here is 1/4 inch. The bottom will be plenty strong enough because it's just going to be holding clothing. Now that we have all the pieces cut out, holes drilled, and some clear coat put on them, we're ready to finally start putting them together. To assemble the drawer boxes is simple enough. You obviously need 2 sides, a front and a back, and of course a bottom. Probably the main thing you need to remember is that the groove you put on for the bottom to go into needs to go on the inside of the boxes. Not that I ever messed that up. Making the drawer boxes with pocket holes, it's easy just to put 3 sides together, slide in the bottom, and then attach the 4th side. One thing that definitely makes it easier is if you have some sort of corner clamp to help hold things together when you get started. Just a few more screws to go, and then you have a drawer box. Now all you need to do is a few more times. Now that we have all our drawer boxes assembled, we need to install them into our dresser. But before we can do that, we need to put some spacers on the inside. This will allow us to attach the drawer slides so that they are in line with the face frame. And speaking of the face frame and the drawer faces, I made them in a very unconventional manner. The second video of this 3-part series is all about that. It was somewhat terrifying, to say the least, but we got it to work. I hope. Installing the drawer slides, I first attach them to the inside of the dresser. Then I'll put the drawer in part way, find where the holes need to go to attach the drawer slide to the side of the drawer, and install that part. Hopefully I was paying attention to what I was doing. If I did, it should all come together nicely, and 4 new drawers have been installed. You might have noticed the custom-made drawer pulls there, so let's go back and show how we did those. The design of the drawer pulls will match the skirt that we've put on the dresser, so first we'll need some smaller pieces of red oak. Using a template I made, we'll trace the outline of the shape we're after. Then with a Forstner bit over to the drill press to remove most of the material we don't want, making sure that we stay well outside of the lines we've drawn. Then using that same template, we'll attach it to our rough shape with some double-sided tape and take it to my makeshift router table. I like to take a couple passes here, the first one being a lighter one just to knock down the waves left behind by the drill bit. Then we'll change router bits and add a little bit of a design to the tops and side of each one of these drawer pulls. We need to have some way for our fingers to grab hold of these drawer pulls. So we'll flip them over, change the router bit again, this time to a chamfer bit, and we'll add a little bit of an indent there for our fingers. So we've already glued on our drawer faces, and we'll leave the clamps on for a little bit yet. But in the meantime, we can start laying out where exactly these new drawer pulls can go. First step for this will be to drill some pilot holes for the screws that we'll use to hold in the drawer pulls. These holes don't have to be 100% precise where they're going, but we want to get as close as possible. I cut out some scrap pieces of plywood to use as spacers so I can have the distance up and over for each drawer pull, because here's where we do want to be precise. I did use a small piece of double-sided tape just to keep the drawer pull from falling off on me. Then using those pilot holes we drilled earlier, just putting in a couple of screws from the inside of the drawer, we'll have these drawer pulls nice and secure.